Girls, I am so excited for today's lesson because we are going to be reading a really fun story. This story is called The Wide-Mouthed Frog, and it is written and illustrated by Rex Schneider. To interact with today's story, I need you to go to join.nearpod.com, go to Nearpod on your screen, click on that, and type in our class code, capital B, capital L, capital Z, the number 8, capital Y. I'm pointing to it on my screen. I need you to type in BLZ8Y. I'll give you just a minute to do that. Raise your hand if you need help. All right, it looks like everybody's ready. So we're going to keep going. So as we read the story today, I'd like you to think about what the wide-mouthed frog thinks about himself. What is his point of view of himself? I would also like you to think about what the message or lesson in this story might be. And finally, I want you to pay attention to the way that I use different voices for each character to show their point of view. This story is neat because it's located in the Great Okefenokee Swamp, which is a real place that is located in southern Georgia. And all of the animals in the story are also real animals. Now, is this story nonfiction? No, it is a fictional story, but it is located in a real place with real animals that actually exist. The Wide-Mouthed Frog by Rex Schneider. Once there was a wide-mouthed frog who lived in the Great Okefenokee Swamp. His mouth was very wide indeed, and he took enormous pride in it. He was so proud that he would spend whole days admiring his reflection in the water. He must be the most extraordinary creature in the whole swamp. You can see him looking at himself. Soon the wide-mouthed frog began to think himself too grand to eat lowly bugs like mosquitoes and flies. Boys and girls, we're going to pause right there for just a moment, and I would like you to tell me, how does the wide-mouthed frog feel about himself? Or you can record audio for your answer by pressing the record audio button. And then you can speak your answer out loud, and I'll be able to hear it. So you can type it, or you can speak it into the audio recording on your computer so that I can hear it later. I will give you about 2 minutes to do that. All right, I'm going to keep reading our story. Thank you for responding. One morning, before the sun was up, he jumped into a very high branch and croaked for all to hear. I'm a wide-mouthed frog, in need of food grand enough for such a frog as me. Well, I'm a long-eared bat, squeaked a voice overhead. And I say, you make too much noise. Go ask the owl. Maybe she can give you advice. Bugs are good enough for me. The wide-mouthed frog searched and soon found the owl. Oh, owl, I'm a wide-mouthed frog. Can you tell me what food is noble enough for such a creature as me? Well, I'm a great horned owl, and my favorite food is a mouse. But I hardly think that would be good enough for you. Why not ask the possum? Oh, possum, possum, called the wide-mouthed frog. What food is most glorious for a wide-mouthed frog like me? Well, I'm a New World possum, and for me, there's nothing as fine as a nice fresh egg. But it might be the deer that can suggest something more your liking. Off popped the frog and found the deer at dinner, Oh dear, I'm the wide-mouthed frog, in search of food fit for me to eat. What do you recommend? Well, since I'm a great white-tailed deer, the best food I know are the tips of branches and wild roses. But those would hardly do for you. The egret might have a better choice. Boys and girls, I want you to think about, what do you think the other animals are thinking about the wide-mouthed frog at this point? What do you think the other animals are thinking about the wide-mouthed frog when he's asking them these questions? You can draw your answer, you can write your answer, or you can type your answer, or you can record your answer. I'll give you about 2 minutes to do that. I'm going to continue our story. Thank you for responding. Oh, egret, egret, I'm the wide-mouthed frog, come to ask what food is dainty enough for me to eat. And I'm the great white egret, and I very much prefer fresh fish, but I can see it's not for you, so go wake up the turtle with your question. So he swam farther still. Oh, turtle, guide me to dinner fine enough for a wide-mouthed frog to eat. What do you suggest? Well, I'm an eastern box turtle, and mushrooms are fine for me. As for you, maybe the raccoon can suggest the proper diet for a wide-mouthed frog. The raccoon seemed happy to assist when the frog asked him his question. Best indeed. Well, being a common ring-tailed raccoon, I like nothing better than a crayfish dinner. But that would hardly do for you. Perhaps you should see the squirrel. The squirrel heard his name and listened. Oh, squirrel, I'm the very beautiful wide-mouthed frog in search of something special enough for me to eat. What do you think is best? Well, I'm only a southern flying squirrel, after all. Pine cones are just fine for me, but surely not for you. I wonder if the fox, who knows a thing or two, could help you out. I'm going to pause right there for just a second, and I want you to answer, why am I changing my voice for the dialogue of each character? Why is Mrs. Weekland changing my voice to match each character? Why do you think I'm doing that? I'm going to give you about 2 minutes to either type your answer or record your answer for this one. All right, we're going to continue with our story. On swam the frog, and soon he found the fox. Oh, fox, I need your help. I am the very bright and beautiful, sleek and strong, wide-mouthed frog, and cannot find food good enough for me to eat. What am I to do? Well, I'm the wily red fox, and if I were you, I would ask the king of the swamp, the alligator, for his exalted advice. The wide-mouthed frog searched and searched until he found the alligator gliding through the waters of the swamp. Oh, your majesty, King Alligator, I've come to you at last. I'm the wide-mouthed frog, and I need to know what food is good enough for me to eat. Well, I'm the mighty great American alligator, and I think the very best food of all is... I'm going to pause right there, and I want you to answer this question. Do you think the wide-mouthed frog should trust the fox and the alligator? Why or why not? You can draw your answer, you can write, or you can record your answer with audio. I'll give you about 2 minutes to do that, and then we'll continue with our story. Let's carry on. Well, I'm the great American alligator, and I think the very best food of all is... A wide-mouthed frog. Oh, said the little wide-mouthed frog. Then before the alligator could come any closer, he hopped away with all his might, smaller and smaller, and suddenly he was dreadfully hungry for a big fat mosquito or a fly. Boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed that story. This is the last question that I want you to answer today. And this is a chance for us to collaborate with each other. So when you share your answer, all of the answers are going to pop up here on my screen, and we can talk about them, okay? So everyone will get a chance to respond, and I'll be able to see all of your answers, and we'll have a class discussion about this. What is this story trying to teach us? In other words, what do you think is the lesson or the moral of this story? I'll give you 5 minutes to respond on this one, okay? And you can write your answer or you can record audio for your answer. Either one is okay. And then when all of those answers come to me, we'll be able to have a discussion about that.